This one is pretty decent, but you do have to worry about them bouncing around. So what I want to try and do is just give it a good solid hit to start. So I was on the lookout for a front sight post block. The only one I could really find was through pretty major channel, and they're out of stock and they get good ratings. They're like 40 bucks a piece. So I found this one on one of the 3D printer websites, and I'll try to find some links and drop them in there for you guys. But basically I'm like, I really need to get this post off. And aside from beating the absolute crap out of this thing and trying to bolt it down, I went to my buddy who does some 3D printing, and he put this thing together for me. He used a really hard material, so hopefully I can put some effort into this. Now, you need a really solid pin. A regular driver for this isn't going to work because you'll typically bend them. And then I'm using a regular hammer instead of my little brass punch set from Wheeler. So these punches right here, I got a Harbor Freight, and I already put them to the test to remove another really almost impossible pin, actually from a piston system. So we're gonna put this guy to the test. I'm gonna try really hard to not break my phone because it's really close right here. What I wanna do is I wanna use this to give me a good solid hit. I've got the holes that are here on this side right underneath there, so if it works, the pins will go out that side. And then I'm using my green tape to give me a nice level, solid platform. I am on the actual concrete floor versus my bench, because my bench has a bunch of products that I'm working on, and you know, I have to hit this thing pretty hard. So the only thing I don't have is I don't have the pin that has the concave tip on it. This one is pretty decent, but you do have to worry about them bouncing around. So what I want to try and do is just give it a good solid hit to start. And it's very possible that I'm going to end up putting some heat on these guys, but this is my first test run to see how this thing holds up. And that's it right there, just punched through. So that pin is now broken loose, and that's three pretty good size smacks, and that is exactly what I wanted, so I can drive it out. And so far, this thing's not worse for the wear at all. I do have some ideas to improve on this 3D print, but I'm gonna roll this one out here. We're gonna see if we can't get this one to punch through. Very hard, solid strikes to get it to go through. And that one is now broken. That is amazing. I'm super excited. Minimal damage. I'm actually removing the FSB altogether, and we're going to put a low profile gas block and a free float on this. But that's exciting. Broke them both loose. This is the first time I've tried. Also the first time I've tried this little 3D print guy. Pretty happy with it. The only thing I would probably want to see is maybe something that sits the channel a little bit better, so when you hit the pins, it doesn't try to rotate like this. See how it does that? It really needs some lip right here for the lower part to sit on. Otherwise, not bad for a 3D print that costs basically nothing in freeware. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm gonna see if this guy's interested in hooking some people up, but this worked out well for me. And so I figured I'd go ahead and get my smaller punch. Let's just go ahead and pop these out the rest of the way. Definitely the one thing I would want is something that keeps it from rocking. And I've never had a chance to try one of the other blocks. So that is the only thing that I've seen on this one so far. Is I want it to not rock anymore. Okay. my pin right there. Punch slightly flared on the end. As you can see, these punches take quite a good amount of pressure to beat this pin out, but I don't want to damage the barrel. So there's my pin, it's rocking out. That's perfect. Good. There you go. There's the other pin. And go ahead and get the FSB off. Now I'm ready to go ahead and put a regular low profile gas tube on there. Cool. I just figured I'd go ahead and show punching out the rest of the way, because I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, well, does it actually kick it all the way out? I'm like, well, yeah. It did flare the end of my punch a little bit. This punch took a beating. There you go. Yeah, you can see flared the end just a little bit. All good. Definitely look for the pins or the punches that have the concave tip. That'll help them from rolling around, but not too shabby. Again, for $3, and for the fact that I couldn't get one and I need to go ahead and get this knocked out now, I feel pretty damn good about that. Let me know what you think below. Have you tried one of these before? Have you seen them? Have you tried this versus a Wheeler block or any other blocks out there? I'd love to know what you think. And yeah, that's what I got for you. Hope you enjoyed it.